Disappointment yet again if you are a Falcons fan. And at this point, honestly, there's no point in getting angry. There's no point in yelling. There's no point in getting all in a tirade and starting to scream and stomp your feet like a toddler. We know the sad reality of the situation. The Falcons coaching staff sucks. It's absolutely awful. And they are the reason the Falcons continue to falcon away these games. Falcons fans, welcome into Falcons Today by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. Week 10, you went up against the hottest team, one of the hottest teams in the entirety of the NFL, in the Indianapolis Colts. And look, against the third best offensive line in the league, you had 7 sacks. You limited Daniel Jones to a marginally decent game. Not great, not bad, just kind of mid. So your secondary and your pass rush continues to impress. You still can't stop the run. And for the love of Christ, your coaching staff, man. Let's start, of course, with the bird's eye view of this. You could look at the box score, and you could say, well, you gave up 323 yards to Jonathan Taylor on the ground. And yes, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But the main reason that this team lost the game today was because their special teams is atrocious. Marquice Williams needs to go. Raheem Morris needs to go. Zach Robinson needs to go. The only coach that I would keep is Jeff Ulbrich. But he's on a leash because at some point, regardless of the guys you have on the roster, you got to figure out a way to stop the run. He gave up 323 yards on the ground today. That's inexcusable. So the leash is short with Jeff Ulbrich. But today, the reason you lost the game was because Marquice Williams cannot coach special teams. It's been a problem all year, whether it is your punting, whether it's your kicking, whether it's your return defense. I mean, you name it, there's a problem with it. Today, all of the warts came out for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm tired of watching this team flounder around against good teams, and I'm tired of watching them get blown out by bad teams. Terry Fontenot, this is a message for you. If this somehow makes its way onto your YouTube timeline, if you watch YouTube, I don't know if you're still doing encyclopedia reading or whatnot, but if this somehow makes its way to you, do us all a favor. Fire somebody. I can't keep watching it. I can't. And that's why you subscribe. I'm going to give you my honest take about the Falcons. You can disagree with it. You can agree with it. It doesn't matter. But the best place to find Atlanta Falcons content is right here on the channel. So do me a favor and hit that subscribe button today. Let's go to the defense now because we spent enough time talking about Marquice Williams and this awful special teams. But 519 yards is pretty god-awful. But at the same time, you had 7 sacks on Daniel Jones today. Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr., they're going to be studs. I mean, they're already coming on to the scene, but my God, are they going to be studs. They're excellent. This pass rush is excellent. 13 sacks in the last 2 games. You've lost both of them by a combined, 10 points? But you've been in both of those games. Special teams, again. But I don't, like I said, I want to focus on the defense. Jalen Walker, dude, you're awesome. James Pierce Jr., dude, you're awesome. Brandon Dorlus, dude, you're awesome. Caden Ellis, dude, you're awesome. This pass rush is phenomenal. Phenomenal. And yet we cannot continue to stop the run. We can't score when we need to score. And trust me, we'll talk about the offense here in a little bit. But is it finally time? Can we at least acknowledge it's finally time to get rid of these coaches? Please. Please get rid of the coaches. I don't know how many times I have to pound my fist on the table. I don't know how many times I have to beg and plead for this coaching staff to do something different because they never do. And there is so much talent on this football team. Drake London is amazing. Bijan is amazing. Your offensive line, for the most part, has been very good this year. Please figure it out. And if you can't figure it out like you've been doing all these last 4 weeks, make a change. Somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to go. So I'm going to ask you this question. You can get down in the comment section. I know the answer to this question, by the way, is going to be a resounding yes. But You want to fire the coaching staff? If so, give me a yes down in the comment section down below. If no, tell me why. Because I have a feeling the only other reason that you don't want to fire the coaching staff is because of Michael Penix Jr. And don't worry, we're talking about him next. First, I got to tell you about my friends over at Factor. Everything is changing. Not the Falcons, but the weather is changing. Back to school, busier routine, shorter days. Finding time to cook can be tough. That's why I love Factor. Their chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious no matter how hectic the season gets. More variety means more meals. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. Support your wellness goals. Enjoy even more GLP-1-friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good-for-you fats. There's a reason that 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier lifestyle. Feel the difference no matter your routine. Eat smart at factormeals.com, /FalconsChat50 off and use code FalconsChat50 off to get 50% off the first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code FalconsChat50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off the first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Two things can be absolutely true at the exact same time. There's a lot of gray area in football. There is. We can acknowledge that. We're all adults. It doesn't have to be black and white. One thing has to suck and the other thing has to be great. Both things can be true at the same time. I don't want to sound like Colin Cowherd when I say this, but you can have one really good person in a marriage and another really good person in a marriage, and when they come together, they suck. It's time for a divorce. Penix and Z-Rob don't work. They suck together. They suck together. Whether it's this goofy ballerina-style play action that Zach Robinson loves to run with Penix, or the wrong play call, 3rd and 5, running a bubble screen to Bijan Robinson. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? It's clear that Penix and Z-Rob don't work. Penix still can't play the blitz well. He looks like a frickin' rabbit in the pocket, bouncing around with his feet all day long. Can't pick up a blitz. It's just, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But it's not entirely his fault. It's not entirely Penix's fault. It's not entirely Zach Robinson's fault. Together, they suck collectively. The offense did just enough today. I thought Bijan played really well. I thought it was a really good game for Bijan and Tyler Algier. I thought the running game continues to impress me when the defense can't stop it. The Falcons' offensive line, for the most part again today, held up really, really well. I thought there was a lot of good that happened in today's game. A lot of stuff to build on when it comes to Bijan and Tyler Algier. The offensive line, Drake London was good again. Darnell Mooney, not so much. We'll talk about him a little bit later on this week. I mean, Bijan averaged almost 5 yards a carry. That's good enough to win football games. Drake London again, 6 for 104 and a touchdown. He's a stud. There's too much talent. There's way too much talent. Kyle Pitts dropped a ball really fucking early on, and he didn't play well for the rest of the game. But Kyle Pitts is going to be that player. He either has a good game or he's non-existent. I don't know what's going on with him. It's got to be the injuries, but even the injuries don't account for what happened today. He dropped 2 balls today. Unacceptable. Figure it out. Figure it out. You're not good for 1 reception for 17 yards, Darnell. You got to be better than that. Ultimately, Falcons fans know this better than anybody. The Falcons are going to Falcon. And that's what they did today. Had the opportunity to put away one of the best teams in the NFL. Couldn't do it. Limited the penalties today. Time of possession, you got absolutely dominated in. 40 minutes to 26 minutes is egregious. And you still haven't hit 300 yards. Like, how long until we admit that Zach Robinson's scheme with these players doesn't work? How long till we admit that Penix and Robinson together don't work? How often do we admit that this team doesn't make adjustments against teams that they're playing? It doesn't work. We could go on and on and on, and it still doesn't work. I feel like I'm a broken record. I'm beating a dead horse every week. It's the same shit. But that's the problem. That's the problem. I continue to say the same things. What are the same things that Moose says every week? Can't stop the run. Zach Robinson's play calling stinks. Penix plays bad again. Penix's best friend is an intentional grounding penalty. He's had one in 3 straight games. It's like the 5th time this year that he's had one. I bet you he leads the league. So my one-word reaction to the Falcons' performance today, predictable. Predictable. You let me know down in the comment section down below. That's all I got for you. I wish I had better news. I wish I was better with my analysis. I wish I could say different things to you in this game. But the reason you lost this game was not because the refs botched a fumble call. The reason is your special teams sucked. The coaching sucks. It's time for a change. Rise up, Falcons fans, and be cool.